Let's continue with the quick guidelines that we need to revise as a reminder, and we will jump on the topic further. So let me quickly share my screen as well. Yeah. So welcome everyone. Welcome to another day of BA AGILE SCRUM. Let's continue with the quick reminder as a code of honor. As you all know that Agile is full of ceremonies and that demands you to show up live. It means that you be on time, remain punctual, be highly committed. In case you are not practitioner of it, consider this training itself as a project and continue to inculcate this these habits over here, and it will be quite easy for you to demonstrate once you get placed in every agile ceremonies. Uh, because it is said that how you do anything is how you do everything. You chose to learn and you became a student, and we want you to be the full stack student who does all the assignment, do self-research and repeat what they learn. When we say all the assignment, it means be it said or unsaid. While you do these all, it's quite easy for you to, hit the success, and you can take the full responsibility of that. But when you don't do that, uh, you may hit back the failure. So kindly take the full responsibility of that as well. What will happen when you will take the full responsibility of failure too? Then there are chances you may embrace it, accept it, and because you accept it, you may go back and correct it, and then you will realize you are hitting back to the success. So then you may realize that failure was not a failure, that became trail to the success. But to do so, it really requires a concrete mindset. The very first one is inspired from Lean Kaizen, means continuous improvement. For that, you need to inculcate learning mindset. More learning minded you will become, you will grow more positive. More positive minded you will become, you will find yourself growing more complaint free in a way that you can deliver any project with the stringent timeline. And even with the lack of resources, more you can do that, you will find yourself getting loaded in gratitude that leads to the highest level of productivity. But to do so, you also remember to be the giver. Keeping ego away on the path of learning, that makes you more spiritually grounded on the path of growth. When I say spiritually grounded, it means that your happiness level enhances. And happiness is today's new productivity, and that's the demand of the corporate. While you are doing so, remember that you are here not just to learn, but also to uh, earn more. And it is said that what you want more of, you must start giving away the portion of. And for that very reason, in case you are already earning, can you start giving away the portion of your earning, at least 5% or 10% of that, to the charity wherever you believe in? In case you are not earning, can you have at least the intention to give away that once you will get placed, you will give away 5% of 10% of your earning? Why? Because when you give, you grow. When you receive, you may survive. And none of you are here for the survival, that's for sure. And where you can give in, like causes like feeding hungry children, or donating into the orphanages or old age home, or even to the temple, churches, mosque, or gurudwara. And while you do so, remember to appreciate what you do, what others do for you. And even it doesn't sound initially that it is helping you out, continue to do so, because it is said that what you appreciate appreciates you back. And last but not the least, start your day with the highest level of receptivity. The very first one is with the 30 days challenge. That's the recommendation. You need to participate into that. And for that, please ask me after the session 30 DC, what is the detail of it? I have already mentioned in the day one's recording. And second, when you are going for the deep learning, remember to follow any new learning using golden quadrant of learning that comes with 4 easy steps. The first and second, we do it here. That's the declaration with the anchor and deep learning. And then after 24 hours, using pen and paper, draw it, whatever you have learned. You can draw like this, flaunt it back while you are summarizing it in a way that even 5 years old can understand. And that summary should not be more than 90 seconds of video, or maximum up to 3 minutes of that. So let's do declaration with the anchor first. What is declaration and anchor? What is the science behind it? Everything I have explained in day one's recording. So you can refer to that if you want to. However, what I'll be doing, I'll be putting the anchor first. So I'll be counting 1, 2, 3, and then self high five. That's the kind of a clap sound you heard on your speaker that you need to model me. And once this anchoring is done, then I'm going to read the selected statement on your screen and you are going to repeat it after me. So please unmute yourself and say yes if you all can read the selected statement on screen.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah, yeah. Kindly model me now. 1, 2, 3, and clap and repeat. I'm a quick learner.
I'm a quick
I'm
learner.
a quick learner.
What others can learn and master,
What
Others
others can learn and master.
I too can do that.
I too can do
can
that.
do that.
One more time with another statement. 1, 2, 3, and clap and repeat. Because I'm a quick learner.
Because I'm
I'm a quick learner.
Today's learning is going to be
Today's learning is going to be
super duper easy to me.
super duper
super
easy.
duper easy to me.
Yes, it is going to be because you said so. And remember how we are going to remain connected is every Sunday and Monday we are going to meet for the tech sessions at 10 p.m. EST. And then on Tuesday and Thursday, remember to attend for sure the RRP sessions. That's the reference ready resume preparation. This is the gateway of your placement that enhances your visibility, credibility, as well as marketability. So this is, I would like to emphasize on this session because this is the session where you can speak up on any concern. This is the session where even if it sounds like it is getting boring because it is getting repeated every single time, you need to show up here until you get placed. So until I get placed should be mantra for you to attend this RP session, and without getting bored, you must show up again and again. Even though you get placed for 6 months, came back, then where is the way you should be showing up back? That is only the RRP session because that can only place you back further. Okay, so remember to attend Tuesday and Thursday, both the sessions for sure. Wednesday, you do the assignment from the learning of Sunday. Friday, you do the assignment from the learning of Monday. Saturday, either you can choose to relax or do still your research work or repeat whatever you have learned. And in case you have still not done assignment, this is the day where you can do that or prepare any question that you want to answer on the next technical session that is on Sunday. So this is how we are going to remain connected. So thank you so much. This was your code of honor, and let's continue with the topic where we had left off. Yesterday we saw for the complete Scrum process, and because we saw that, now we will be learning. We also looked as agile processes and principle, and we will be continuing from there. Okay, we learned on the agile values and agile principle. I would like to ask you that after looking at my screen now, can you tell me if we had gone through this? What do you read here? The topic of this slide.
Scrum values.
Have we gone through this? Have we gone through this?
No, the last slide.
No. I thought that you would say yes because we had gone through agile principle and agile values, and it talks about the Scrum value. Scrum is the framework of agile. You see here every time how the values are gaining more and more importance. Are you observing this? At every single step, that it is always given value to the values. Can you observe this? Every single time it is
Yes.
coming in front of us, right? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So when you are applying Scrum as well, it comes with the 5 values. Okay. Not 5. Yeah, 5 values. The first one is, what do you read here? What is the first? Courage. Yes, you are right. What is courage? We will be explaining that. But what is the second one?
Focus.
Focus. Right. What is third one?
Commitment.
And what is the fourth one?
Respect.
And fifth one?
Openness.
Yeah. So these are the 5 values you need to remember. Is courage, focus, commitment, respect, and openness. But when we say courage, then what does it mean? It means that every Scrum team members have courage to do the right thing and work on tough problems. So when we are talking about the self-organizing team, and we said that voluntarily you contribute and pick your own task, okay, and get it assigned. So it means that that requires a courage that you pick the tough problems, because the ultimate goal and core goal is that you continue to learn as well. Okay. So for that declaration, what do you need? Of course, courage to tell and ask and embrace that problem, that and at first, okay, you are not going to wait that someone else will pick it up. Okay. So eventually what will happen? You will definitely, of course, learn something that you can apply wherever you go, and that will make you ready for any industry or any project. With me so far, everyone? Say yes if you understood the importance of the courage in Scrum.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
and where you can
Yes.
showcase, and where you can showcase this courage. Where you can
In project, in work.
in
In
work,
work.
but where it will be demonstrated.
Scrum well.
Yeah, this is the one of the Scrum value, but okay, it can be visible. You can showcase in the project very good, but how will you showcase that? That you have the courage by doing what?
Facing a
Right,
problem
right thing.
Go ahead.
by doing that project works.
See, I answered it already, but I'm now willing to know from you that what will you do, and so that your courage, this value, will be reflected.
Doing.
Yeah, give me answer,
To do
guys.
any tough works.
To do any tough
Any
work.
tough
And how
work.
will you do that tough work? Means how will you get that tough work? How will you get that tough work? So how do you get that tough work? That is
I
my
get
question.
job.
Yeah. Go ahead.
By volunteering to
Mhm.
that commitment.
Yeah, by voluntarily asking and choosing the kind of work you want to do, right? So there, of course, courage is being visible. But where will you ask uh, uh, as a volunteer to contribute into that particular task? So what will be that?
So your question is, who do you ask or where will you ask?
Where will you ask?
In the meeting, Scrum meeting.
In the meeting.
Okay, in what kind of meeting you will ask?
Sprint planning or
Absolutely
backlog?
brilliant. That's the answer I was looking for. So yes, in
Yeah.
the sprint planning, that's the first Scrum ceremony. That's the first sprint planning meeting, and not first sprint planning meeting. That's the Scrum ceremony, and the first ceremony of the entire Scrum process. There you can showcase this courage by asking the tough problem and volunteering towards your contribution to any particular backlog item or sprint backlog. Okay. So great answer. Thank you so much for answering answering to my question. Second one says the focus. Okay. Do you have any question to the question that I asked on courage? No? Okay. I'll take this silence as a no, and yeah, we'll continue with the focus. So focus says that everyone focuses on the work of the sprint and the goals of the Scrum team. So now you showcase your courage in the sprint planning meeting. Now, in the entire process until you deliver the project, okay, in the sprint, your focus should be only one: to achieve the Scrum goal. To achieve what, everyone?
Achieve goal.
Achieve
Achieve
goals.
goal, sprint goal, yeah, or Scrum goal. Call it sprint goal or Scrum goal. Okay. So if you deviate from the sprint goal, there are chances that you may think of something else. But if you continue to think towards the Scrum processes about the sprint goal, you can think of the quality as well. You can deliver the quality product or quality work. The third one says commitment. People personally commit to achieve the goals of the Scrum team. Now, when you volunteer, in subtle way, you are also committing towards the highest level of the quality. Okay, so when you volunteer something, now the more responsible you become. Do you all agree? If you
Yeah.
volunteer about something, more responsible
Yes.
you become,
Yeah.
and the hidden subtle commitment goes towards the quality of it. Yes or yes?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, of course, yes. Now, while this is all is happening, we eventually get aware of the kind of people we are working with, right? That will happen with whom you are working, what kind of a person you are surrounded with. You are well aware of the team members, right? So there, this becomes quite a important factor, which is also inspired from the lean. Lean is just like lean is like another methodology used more or less in automobile sector. Uh, but IT is also embracing it, and this particular one has come from there, which do you read here as respect. Okay, so Scrum team member respect each other to be capable, independent people. Okay, come what may, when anyone is showing the courage and picking up some item, and if you know some person that uh, they are challenging by picking certain module, there is no need to just laugh on them or their choices or something like that. Still, you are just handling with team member with the respect. But at the same time, when the entire Scrum process goes on, definitely you play the role of coder, validator, or tester, or business analyst. During this, there are chances when you may disagree on some kind of work, right? Excuse me. Yes, I had to go on mute. Uh, yeah, and I'm back. So when I say respect, so you might have seen that verbal argument between developer or tester. It may happen, but at the same time, if you are arguing, you are trying to put your point. You need to remember that the person with whom you are talking to, yeah, has has been respected. Okay, and of course you can expect it for yourself as well. It doesn't happen that on some point, if you are not agreeing and you are disrespecting that person, because this is the part and parcel of the game. Okay, argument may happen. You are given the liberty to disagree on certain agreement. Okay, considering all of these, you are not going to forget this value that every conversation will be driven by respect. With me so far? Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, so that
Yes.
may happen. So mainly where it happens, so there is a there imagine you are already placed, and sometime you need to participate in defect triage call. So what is defect triage call? Defect triage call is generally with the customer, where customer raises some bugs, mm, claiming that these should have been found by your team. Okay, you are a vendor, you have to understand whether the existing bug what customer has uh, raised, whether it is in the scope or not. It is just like a new bug, and despite not being the scope, customer is raising that, whether it is valid or invalid, or whether your team has already found that bug and customer is just duplicating this and is still raising it. Fourth, you need to understand the logic or business rule against which the customer is raising that, and whether it was clear or not, or it is even not in scope, but it is nowhere mentioned in the scope. With me so far? Yeah. And it
Yes.
is, if it is
Yes.
nowhere in the scope, what does it mean?
Yes.
When I say that something, some messages or some rules are nowhere mentioned in the scope, or not be have mentioned in out of the scope column, then uh, how you are going to treat that particular defect? Did you understand my question? I'm asking you. I'm asking you that in one defect was raised by customer, okay, and they say that your team member have not caught it, and now what has happened is that you found that okay, this point is uh, this might sound the valid bug or defect, but it is not mentioned in my requirement document. And then you go in the requirement document out of the scope column, and you see there that is not mentioned in there as well. How you are going to take this bug or treat this bug? What you will be calling this? What customer has reported to?
So, depending upon the priority or the severity of the bug, so we'll take it accordingly. So we'll raise a ticket.
No, these are the processes. But I'm asking you that if this bug is not this bug for you, will it be still valid bug or invalid bug? That I'm asking.
Yeah, of course.
It's a valid bug.
Whatever the client says, the stakeholder says, it's
Okay.
valid.
Will it come under review or retrospective?
Yeah, so I'm just talking about defect triage. Okay, this is the different ceremony at all. Okay, after your generally it comes under support. Okay, so when it goes into after production, this scenario may happen. Okay, so my question is that customer raises a bug. Okay,
Mhm.
and you find it is nowhere mentioned into the scope. Okay, if it is not mentioned in the scope, will you consider it still in the scope or out of scope?
It should be in the
scope.
Someone says in scope, someone says out of scope.
So
Okay.
I feel it's out of scope, but still, we can listen to what the client is asking, and if it is a valid request, then we can always, check with our, whoever the team members are handling it, and we can always see if it can be, incorporated in the process,
Yeah.
depending on the
So
reason. Yeah.
whenever such situation happens, so there you have to accept. Uh, See, if something is not mentioned in the out of scope column, so are you saying that you are not going to consider that because it is not there in the requirement document? See, for customer, it is a valid bug, right?
Yeah.
But you will look at your requirement document as a reference that does it refer such rules or what customer has pointed out. And if you won't find it into the requirement document, so you are saying that for you this is still uh, out of scope. That's what you said. Yeah.
That's right.
Did you say that
So
it is out of
So,
scope?
if so for me, it's in scope if there's a bug after it's been deployed, and our testers did not happen to find the bug at the time of the deployment, and it was discovered later. So it should be in the scope and fixed, ASAP. I would.
Okay, you are saying that it will be in the scope. Who said earlier that it will be the out of scope?
I
I
said,
believe that it
Guru,
might be out of scope
yeah.
since it was not mentioned in the document. It is definitely considered out of scope. However, in this situation, I feel that we can speak to the customer and let them know that it was not mentioned prior, and if this is definitely an issue that concerns you or it is important to you, then we can add it, or we can work on it in the next sprint maybe.
Okay, brilliant. Thank you so much for this answer. Yes, you are right. Those who said that it is out of scope. Because when something is not mentioned, it means when it is not even in there in the scope document, when it is not there even in the out of scope document, it means this is out of scope. Okay. So is it clear to everyone why it is out of scope? Because it is not mentioned, it is out of scope, right? And when it is out of scope, let me tell you one thing very, very clearly, dear future business analysts, that you don't need to take the pressure of it. That, okay, we missed that bug or something like that. No, because it was not mentioned, you have not missed that. Literally, you have not focused there because that was not needed. With me so far? Because there is no such rules that you are going to bother about it because it is not mentioned. Now the one who has answered that if it is really bothering them, we can consider to the next sprint or so. Even you don't have to worry about that. In fact, if it is defect triage call, you can invite your customer telling them that, okay, you can definitely deal with our product owner, and we will consider them as a change request. What we will consider them as?
Change
Change
request.
Change
request.
request means what we needed to deliver, we have delivered. But now what you are asking, that is a bug, I will consider them as a change. Okay. That is, and when it is change, so will you bill them or you won't bill them?
We will build them.
You
So
have
that
to
would
build them.
definitely affect the budget and also the time that we work on the project.
Yes. It means what?
We will build them.
We will build them. Okay. So product owner will build them. So that's what is here we have reached while we are learning the Scrum value. Thank you so much for participating in this conversation and understanding the depth of it. Okay. The fifth one is talking about the openness. Okay. And yeah, why we went to the defect triage. So in defect triage, what happens? Sometimes you agree, disagree, lot of conversation happens. Sometimes someone tries to shout out so that the person feels heard. Okay. But at the same time, you don't have to forget that you are respecting other person. Are you following everyone? Yeah.
Yes.
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 So this is
Yes.
quite crucial over here. So I put in front of you a situation, generally what may happen and where it can lead to. Okay. And still you have to keep your cool always. Okay. Openness. The Scrum team and its stakeholders agree to be open about all the work and the challenges with performing the work. So in case, even though it is change request and customer emphasizes and meets the product owner and request to incorporate that in the next sprint itself, you are very much open, knowing that at any point of time, any sort of work may come and you need to be ready to embrace that and perform on that work. Okay. It should not happen that you are complaining there that I'm not equipped with the resources, I don't have the knowledge, I need training or something. That you make sure that whatever it takes and you are able to handle the situation and undergo any such training. And the good news is that, you know what, literally, if you follow this golden quadrant of learning, which is never taught and nowhere taught in this entire world, and still I say that it is the proven formula and it has worked with many thousand of my students, are going to work with you as well. In such scenario, how you apply them and still embrace any challenging work. With me so far, everyone?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. So using that, you will remain open and confident to embrace any sort of such challenges or any sort of any work. So what will be the benefit when you will embrace this? So benefit reads like this. Okay. Of course, we agreed that when you will open, you will show courage, you are take ownership, you yourself become accountable of your own work. And if that all these are happening, it means that automatically the quality will enhances of your work. Yes, do you all agree?
Yes.
Yes, of course, yes. You will deliver the quality product. Would you want that the kind of work I have done and it will be anyway evident and visible? So, will it be embarrassing work or it will be appreciating work? What kind of praiseworthy work you want to do, or embarrassing work you want to do? Of course, you want praiseworthy do, right? Do you all agree?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
because it will be quite noticeable and evident. So automatically you will deliver with the quality, high quality. So that happens automatically when you embrace the Scrum. You cope better with the change. I gave you the example of change, and but when you are coping this, okay, you are also expecting the change. And now I call it this, that especially to the business analyst or future business analyst, your focus should always be the change. If change is there, then chance is there. Chance of what? Chance of continued work is there. Today, when the world is fighting with the recession and many layoffs are happening, those are still stuck who have pointed, and those who are still playing the game and still, and they have not challenged. So those are there in the work, and they have shown the changes to the customer, and told them that how it is going to be the priority work for them, and still they need to be in the market to compete their competitor, and they need to plug in with the upgrades. So those are the colleagues of those are the staff members who have shown the changes to the customer and made them agree to embrace them. So your role is quite bigger than you think. Okay. And if you are future business analyst, showcasing the change to the customer on which they are agreeing to embrace it, upgrade it, you are bringing cash back to your organization. So changes leads to the chances that leads to the cash. Do you all agree with this? Yes? No?
Yes.
More change you will
Yes.
focus
Yes.
upon, you will bring back more cash. So change leads to the cash. Remember that as a phrase. I mean, this is self-made, so you won't find it anywhere, but it is quite easy for you to remember. That's the reason I made it up for you. So you will be finding yourself quite easily coping up with the changes, such changes. And now, because of the Scrum, now you are in position to provide better estimate while spending less time creating them. Okay. So now, because you have the past experiences as well, focused on the change, you have worked in the broken down multiple requirements. Now you understand the pattern of the requirement. You know that what is coming next. And with the continued such experience, now you are in the position to give the right estimate. You will not mess up with the estimate. Your estimate may not go wrong because multiple sprint have made you prepared to give the almost accurate estimate, because repetition is the mother of expertise, it is said. Okay. And you will become expert in providing the right estimate. With me so far, everyone say yes if you understood what I said in third point.
Yes.
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 Thank you. Thank you.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you for
Yes.
confirmation. The fourth one, that says that be more in control of the project schedule and state. If you are following this all, trust me, when you are a product owner, you will be knowing when you are controlling and checking back the budget, you are never bleeding. You will never see that your project is going out of schedule, or when it was supposed to remain expected or on the track, it is going out of the track. So always state will remain green, that is on track, and schedule will be always before time or aligned with the time. So that is the benefit when you apply Scrum. And that's the reason, because of such benefits, Scrum is the most promising framework and uh, you know, more appealing framework and most used framework in the corporate and in IT. With me so far? Yes?
Yes.
Any
Yes.
any
Yes.
question till here? Any question till here? I would like to address any question if you have. Okay. I'll take this as no question. So if this is the benefits of the Scrum, then and Scrum is the part of Agile, definitely Agile is also beneficial. So how to whom it is beneficial agile is, let's look at it. Okay. It is beneficial to customer, development team, scrum master as well. How it is beneficial to customer? Okay. So customer become more responsive to the request because they need fast delivery, right? So if they delay to respond to any request, uh, can they afford the delays? Customer can afford the delay to respond to
No,
the request of it? No, of
No.
course not. Why? Why they cannot afford such delays?
because then the delivery will be delayed and
Yeah, because they need the delivery on time. That's the reason they cannot delay on the request as well. Now, customer will also get the high value features because things are being worked on the priority basis. So, of course, when they are responding to all the requests and they are well aware that high value features will be delivered to them very, very first. And that's how happens in the sprint planning, where they decide the prioritized item. And then customer get delivery more quickly with short cycle. It is not customer has to wait for a year or two after giving money and project, and then one fine day they will be really ready and excited to start working and bump with some critical defect or critical error. In fact, they are very much excited and they are very much trusting you as a vendor because you are delivering continuously. You are always in touch. So, which type of customer will be more happier? With whom the vendors are always in touch, or they just meet them after a year or two? The first one or second one?
the first one.
First
First one.
Who is always in touch because you become more trustworthy and you earn a lot of trust. Now, it brings benefits to the development team as well. So we need to understand development team. When we say, it doesn't mean the coder only, it means the entire team member who are the part of agile work. So you start enjoying the work, what you do. Uh, your work is valued and used because you are always talking in every daily stand-up meeting. Okay. And you reduce the non-productive work hours. Okay. Because you are always with the team, surrounded with the team. You are thinking of the scrum goal. Okay. Your sprint goal. And you are finding yourself always highly motivated. And that's the reason that becomes the very fun part. Okay. Now, it will be useful for Scrum Master as well. Because now in such scenario, the planning becomes quite easy. The task level tracking and daily meetings become more easy for them to plan. They are well aware that customer is aware, development team is aware, and he has to plan. Of course, he has to be aware that when is happening what. Tremendous awareness of project state and status because every day these sync up call, I mean daily stand up call is happening. He's knowing and well aware of the every single tiny miny task which is assigned to the individual, and he catches and addresses the issues very quickly because that is his or her core job. So he has the quite visibility who is facing what is creating impediments, and what needs his attention immediately to address any bottleneck, if at all it is, where he will get to know about such problem. So he will get to know about such problem in what kind of ceremony? Who can tell that? In what kind of ceremony Scrum Master will get aware of any problem that anyone is facing?
The daily stand-ups.
Absolutely right. In daily stand-up meeting, because everyone is supposed to speak about it. And that's the rule, that you need to speak about these three things. What did you do last day, and what you are planning to do next day, and what problem you are facing. Having said so, vendors, okay, vendors are also getting benefited out of it because uh, they are also working on the high value features. When we say high value features, every stakeholder vendor is a part of stakeholder team because he has interest, he has to work, he has to contribute into the work. So even they are working on some sort of some pieces of the component or module on which they need to contribute. and those are the high value features. So their focus is also towards the delivery. Okay, even the vendors are very much in sync with your work. Together, it is increasing efficiency of everyone, and because of this, it reduces the wastage like unnecessary line of codes, wastage like unnoticed, undemanded, or unnecessary uh, you know um, unnecessary items which is not in the scope looking at that. Okay, so this is how it is reducing the wastage, as well as decrease the overhead, if at all, if any overhead uh, you foresee. Okay, how it benefits, it also benefits to product owner, because development work aligns with the customer needs. Okay, and product owner is the mediator between your team member as well as the customer, and whatever the update goes through product owner. Okay, from the team or vendor to the customer, or from customer to the vendor or her own team. Okay, so he has to be aligned, and he has to take the responsibility of making everyone aligned. And with this approach, you are seeing that everyone is involved in the work, no one is spared, that no one is taking risk. Are you sensing it? Is such kind of situation where agile is incorporated? Are you finding that how everyone is equipped with some work? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yeah, of
Yes.
course, everyone is equipped. Even product owner we are talking about. Frequent opportunities to reprioritize work, and there, when they are reprioritizing, their focus is to deliver the value, not only just the software, but in reprioritization, what may happen that while in conversation with business analysts, they may also target some changes and introduce them in the next conversation with the customer as well. So this is a great opportunity, uh, as well as a good responsibility when it comes to product owner, and this is how it is benefiting to entire organization, as well, of course, to the customer, because customer is also nowhere left out into the market, and they are always on the top of the competition, and that can lead, if your business analysts are smart, product owner is smart like this, they can dominate their own market. Okay, that level of the benefit this agile can create. It also benefits to the PMOs and C-level executives, because high visibility of daily project development, they will get to see, adjust strategies based on hard information. Okay, so if they need to provide any input looking at this visibility and chart, they can provide the high level of the strategies, they can give this as input, plan effectively with the less speculation. By understanding this all, they can earn more and more new such clients. With me so far, everyone? Yes, no?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And are you getting it? Are you understanding, everyone? Whatever we are speaking, or just I'm reading? I'm trying to explain it as well. So far so good. And the question is to each one of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Priyanka, Sweta,
Yes.
Vijay, Shruti,
Yes.
Aarti,
Yes.
Dara,
Yep.
Preet,
Yep.
Yeah.
Swarupa.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you, Sayyed. Thank you, Vijay. Yeah. Thank you. So we have also looked at completely 4 values, 12 principle, and that has come through Agile Manifesto. If you happen to look at Agile Manifesto, there is a website of Agile Manifesto. Who knows that? What is the website of Agile Manifesto where you can read all the 4 values and 12 principle and can remember that? Anyone aware of that Agile Manifesto? Yes, no?
Scrum.org.
Yes, absolutely right. So please take a note of that so that you never forget that. Go to scrum.org, and there you will find the Scrum values, entire Agile Manifesto published there. Okay, so please go ahead and take a note of it. Scrum.org. Have you taken a note of it, everyone?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, great.
Yes.
Now, if you have understood this, Scrum rules, not roles. You have learned so far that what tools you need to work on Agile Scrum, Scrum facts, values and principle, and assignments. Now I would like to invite Prerna to take from here from the Scrum rules. So Prerna, if you are there, could you please take this up?
Yes, Guru, and side by side, I'm also connecting my laptop. Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, sorry.
Let us understand in detail what are the rules available in Scrum. Okay. So yesterday, I think we did a quick intro about different types of roles, or in between, we keep talking about Scrum Master or product owner, development team, while we are discussing. So let us learn what each role does, what are the responsibilities, and what are the expectations from each role. Okay, give me a second. Yeah. So here, if we can see, there are three different individuals mentioned in three different colors just to identify that there are different roles. Can someone read out the text mentioned in the boxes? Yeah, for each role. Is it visible to you guys?
Yeah. So
Yes.
the product owner manages the product backlog, optimizes value of the product, and the Scrum Master manages the Scrum process, removes impediments, and the development team manages itself, so creates done increments.
Absolutely right. So this is a gist of their rules, what they do. Let us go one by one. Gaurav, would you be able to go to the next slide till the time I'm joining from my laptop? We have in detail explanation about all these roles. Okay. Give me a second. I'm just connecting. Okay. So before I connect from laptop, let us understand one by one. A very interesting sentence mentioned here that development team manages itself. Okay. What do we understand by that? And they are also called as a. Give me a second. Yeah, I am connecting from laptop, so it shouldn't take much time. Yeah. Give me a second, guys. I'm just done, so I can access the slides as well. Yeah. Gaurav, I have asked for the request of remote. Can you please approve that? Yeah. Gaurav, are you there? Yeah, perfect. Okay. So here, development team has been mentioned that they can manage themselves and and they create done increments. Okay. So I think we have understood done in detail. When we say something is done, that means it's complete, it's there's nothing pending, it's ready to be delivered. Okay. So from that aspect, we are saying Scrum Master, we are saying that he manages the Scrum processes and removes impediment. Manages Scrum processes in short means that all the daily ceremonies, all the daily activities which are required, not only daily activities, all the ceremonies, like first of all, the Scrum stand-up meetings that happens on daily basis, and other ceremonies like uh, sprint review or sprint retrospective or sprint planning meeting. So all these ceremonies which needs to be conducted is the responsibility of the Scrum Master to uh, you know to organize them, to manage them, and to ensure that everybody is available for their input in these ceremonies. Okay, and remove impediments simply means that in case there are any issues, problems, or doubts in the overall process in development or within team, the Scrum Master is the right person to go and speak to about issue resolution or finding or taking the guidance from. Okay, so he is your go-to person in short. Now going to product owner, everybody knows what is a product backlog. Yes or no? Yesterday we saw a table-like structure in the images. Anybody here who is not aware what is a product backlog?
Yes.
Yes, everybody is aware. So basically, it's a collection of all the requirements managed in an ordered and prioritized manner. So prioritized means high priority at the top, and ordered means we know from in which sequence we have to go. Okay. So this is the, and by the way, that is one of the most important, I would say, artifacts in this Scrum. So product owner manages that and ensures that all the requirements or all the important items are covered in this. So this is in brief about each role. Now let's go in detail and understand them. It's a very interesting as well as easy to understand topic. Yeah. Okay. So here we can learn about these role in detail. Let's start from the Scrum Master. Can I request someone to read out the text mention about the Scrum Master that is on the left hand side below? Anyone?
Oh, okay. Removes all impediments and hindrance to achieve goals, and forced to organize Scrum ceremonies and processes to commit to goals and deadlines on behalf of the team.
Thank you so much for reading it out. So I think first 2 points we have already discussed. The first point says that removes all impediments and hindrances to achieve goals. That means, see, in case the development team has any doubts or any confusion or any issues while doing the development, it can be a technical issue, it can be an understanding issue, it can be a communication gap, it can be anything. So he is your go-to person to check with them and to ask and to get the required clarity from. Okay. So that is the most important role of the Scrum Master. Ceremonies, we just understood, we explained some time back that he's the one who is responsible for holding or managing all the ceremonies, ensuring the attendance, ensuring that the conference room required for the ceremony is booked, that all the stakeholders are available, everybody is present. If somebody is not physically present, then they can be added virtually. So Zoom or link or any other way of remote connection that has to be provided. So that is his main, I would say, responsibility. And last but not the least, he commits he commits on the basis of development team. When I say he commits on the basis of development team means uh, nobody, not a single person from development team would be asked about the deadlines, okay, because that's a team effort. But then as a team, their decision will be communicated, or Scrum Master will be very closely in connection with them, and he is the right person to ask this question whether, okay, when and how the things would be delivered, how is the pace looking, how is the team's capacity currently. So all these things are done by the Scrum Master. Okay, any doubt as of now?
No.
No.
Yeah, everybody. I'm glad some of you are responding,
No.
but people who are not responding, yeah,
Mm.
perfect. Okay. Then later
Yes.
I'll also give you a comparison about Scrum Master and Product Owner in easy words. But as of now, let us understand their responsibility. So it will be easy for us to, grasp the overall concepts. So now we know what the product Scrum Master does. Let us go to Product Owner. Can I request somebody else to read out the text mentioned for the Product Owner, please?
Yes.
Product owner.
Pr-
Okay.
Go
ahead.
ahead.
Product owner conveys the vision of the stakeholders to the team, can alter the scope, responsible for the return on investment. That is why they occupy an authoritative position in the firm. Not only with the team, but also communicates with the stakeholders about progress and problems.
Yeah, thank you so much. So, see, the first and most important sentence mentioned here is conveys the vision of the stakeholder or the stakeholders to the team. Okay. So, when I say vision, that means we are not, see here, the choice of the word is very clear. Okay. We are not saying delivery, we are not saying deployment, we are saying vision. So, vision means all the stakeholders, all the team members, everybody who is interested in your project, they have some, in layman language or a simpler term, it's like, sorry, or on the lighter terms, we use the word dream, that, okay, I want to do this, I want to achieve this. But then dream is not a professional or a very corporate word to use. So here we use the word as vision. That means this is where we want to go. This is what we want to achieve in future with respect to the project, with respect to the product, with respect to the work that we are doing. So he or she is the person who communicates that this is our roadmap, this is where we have to reach as per our stakeholders expectations or requirements. So that is communicated by product owner to the team. So this is what we have designed for future, and we have to go there. So this is what his primary and most important job is. And when I say vision, that means, see, this position has a very good. There is some sound coming in. Can I request everyone to go on mute, please? Yeah. So basically, this position or this role is at a senior level, rather quite a senior level, and they have visibility to lot of details which are not so easily available to development team or scrum master. The product owner role requires to talk to all the senior management or all the senior leadership who are involved, other stakeholders that are involved, clients, senior personnel who are involved in the project. That is their role. Okay, I'm not saying that scrum master can't or they should not, but then as a product owner, it is your responsibility. It is your key role that you communicate with each other. You talk to all these people and understand what are they expecting. Okay, can alter the scope. Now, this is really very important and very, I would say, one of the most uh, highlighted feature that product owner has. Alter means, in short, change or modify. Okay, and it is, trust me, it's very crucial. So what we are saying is that the requirements given by the customer or the overall scope of the project that we have received or that we have, that if required, okay, now we are very clearly saying can, so that if required can be altered by product owner. So product owner is the one who has the authority and capacity to talk to stakeholders, especially to clients. And see, why this flexibility is given to product owner. So many a times what happens, customers or clients are quite adamant and they ask for some features which might not be feasible or which might not fit into the current budget, or which might have some technical or implementation challenges. Okay, so in this scenario, the same needs to be communicated to the customer, that okay, if it is feasible, then okay, we can do it. If it is not feasible, then the same can be communicated, that this is not feasible and we will not be able to work on this, or if this requires extra budget, extra time, extra skills. So all this can and at times alter the scope. So some of the requirements might not fall in the scope, some of the requirements might not be really required, but because of the clients whatever misunderstandings or their I would say less knowledge about the domain, they might have asked for it. So as a, I would say, subject matter expert or as a senior member, they can alter and they can change the scope. And this is one of the, I would say, superpowers, because you cannot touch the scope or requirements even as a team member. But then our product owner very well has that I would say responsibility, or that has that power to alter that in case required. Okay. Next point, please. Anyone? Okay, I think you have read it. So simple. Responsible for the return on investment. So what is a return on investment, guys? ROI. When we say ROI, what do we understand in simple language? Anyone?
So, how much you can
Mhm.
benefit from the product that you just made?
Very well said. So a return on investment is as simple as that. When we are doing any investments in shares or mutual fund, or when we are buying some property for investment purpose, so our always the thought is, okay, what would be its selling price? How much profit I will make? So how much is the benefit out of it? If I'm investing something, or in what rate I'll get the interest, or in what rate I'll get the maximum benefits. So it's basically in a similar term, but with respect to the project and overall delivery understanding. Okay. So they know, or they are in a position to understand that whatever efforts we are putting into this project or in this sprints, what profit it would yield. Okay, when I say profit or benefit, that means will we get more business from the same customer? Will we get customer satisfaction? Will this product or project that we are working on, it's like a base product and we can have multiple products built on that, and we can cater to multiple I would say clients. So all these things, what is the outcome of this much work, or what is the outcome of this investment, that is understood by the product owner. Okay, because they have such visibility, they talk to all the seniors and they talk to all the stakeholders, so they know what everybody wants and what is the market trend, and when as a team what we are capable of developing. So they have very good clarity. And last point, not only with the team, but also communicates with the stakeholders about progress and problems. This we've already discussed that as they are at such a senior position, and their role is so vital, and they are so, I would say, as a product owner, they have access to almost all the stakeholders, and it is one of their responsibilities or duties is to reach out and to provide them the latest updates about the project. So that is what they do. So not only with the development team, they are not only connected with the development team, but all the stakeholders, that can be clients, customers, third party vendors, senior management, or any other institutes or any charitable institutes that you are sponsoring basis of your project, of your profit, or anything, or any entity, or any team, any personnel, your senior management, your leadership who is involved in the project. So they are in a way answerable to all of them, and they do communicate the latest update to all of them. Yeah. Now, a simple question to all of you, just by this explanation. Do you think one person can do both these roles, or is it okay if one person does both the roles, that is Scrum Master and Product Owner? What do you think? What is your understanding? This question is for everyone.
I think
No.
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 Both are separate
Okay.
role.
Okay. Anyone here who is saying yes?
Maybe product owner can do the role of Scrum Master, but the reverse is a little difficult, I would say.
Mhm.
Maybe depends on
Okay.
the project and size. If it
So
is,
one of
it's-
the developers can definitely be a Scrum Master, and vice versa. But the product owner is a role by itself.
Okay. What about it? Prior to you, somebody was saying about, no, I just missed on that. Can you repeat that? I missed the name. Before you mentioned this point, somebody else was speaking and it was not complete. Can you repeat? I just missed on that point. Yeah, go
I don't
ahead.
know if it was me or somebody else. So I was saying product owner can do the role of Scrum Master, but Scrum Master cannot perform the
After you,
duties of
somebody spoke. Yeah, I heard this. Thank you for this. After you,
Okay.
somebody spoke. I just missed on the name. Yeah, okay, fine. If somebody remembers that they were speaking. Yeah, Shruti, was it you? And I'm not sure. Okay.
So I said the last point about the developer
Okay.
being the
So
Scrum Master.
okay, so there was someone in between and I couldn't catch it. That's fine. Okay, so honestly, very good thoughts. And in practical word, when there are budget constraints and when there are very small team or very sizable team is there, and in a in a very not so ideal way, at times one person does the role, but honestly it is not advisable. And also, to answer your question, one person from development team can work as a scrum master. That also is not advisable. I'm not saying you can't do it, nobody does it, but no. And why? I'll give you a very simple explanation. Okay, because we have got this question a lot, and I personally feel sometimes people don't even, I mean, don't get that level of clarity when this comes to these rules because they sound similar. I'm saying sound. They are not. They both are at senior level, and yet we question that why we should have all of them and stuff like that. So just to have the clarity, all of us have been to school. Okay, so imagine your class teacher is your scrum master. Okay. So what were the basic rules of your class teacher when you were in school? Tell me, all of you, one by one. The responsibilities of the class teacher. Yeah.
Marking attendance.
Perfect. And
Teaching
Teaching a
kids.
particular subject.
mm-hmm. And
Setting the
checking your
expectations.
Checking their
setting
works.
the expert checking the homeworks. Yes. If you have any personal issues, like if you want to take a leave for a particular day, then
Meeting with the
check
parents.
meeting with the parents, yes. Dealing with each student at personal level, yes. If somebody isn't well, they want to go home, you used to talk to your class teacher. If if anything, any competition is coming up, any school level competition is coming up, they were the person to give your names or nominate yourself, yes. And you used to have daily interaction with them, yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
Class teacher? Okay.
And we
Thank you.
think
Thank you for
that
saying that.
she is the main with which we can discuss our every problem.
Yes. Every
Yeah.
problem, every achievement, even if you
Yeah.
got some
Yeah.
prizes in your schools or in your other competition, you would go and tell her or him
Yes.
that. And so it was a very close-knit
Yeah.
relationship. Okay. So
Yeah.
imagine they are your scrum master because you deal with them on daily basis and they are directly linked to you. Okay. Now, and then in this case, if your class teacher, if you're scrum master, then who would be the product owner? The principal of the
Principal.
school.
Principal.
Yes, the principal of the school is your product owner, because they are also indirectly, directly interested in your growth and in your well-being, but then they are not uh, interacting with you on daily basis. They would have their specified or set up meetings with the class teacher, yes or no? They have their teachers meeting, maybe weekly or bi-weekly, and then they are involved in your progress. But as well as if there is something inter-school competition or something beyond your classroom level, they will be there to represent your school, right? So they have the vision of the school, and also the senior stakeholders. Like I clearly remember when we used to go to any state level competition, that let it be science competition or some experiments or some not much on the sports side, but even on the inter school sports competition, or marching competitions we used to have. There, along with our PT teachers, our principal used to come as a representative of our school, right? That time your class teacher doesn't come, because in that competition there will be multiple children from multiple, I would say classes. So what the point here I'm trying to emphasize is that as a principal, that playing as a product owner, they had the responsibility, or they had the access to all these major stakeholders, right? So and then, though they are interested in your well-being or in your good uh, behavior resulting in good outcome, they were not connecting with you on daily basis, right? Yes or no?
Yes.
But if there was any,
Yes.
I would say major competition or any good event that was to get hosted by your school, or if there is anything that is going to happen on a state level or national level, that news they would come and give you and your class teacher, right? Because they had that much visibility and that vision. So, do you understand the meaning of Scrum Master and Product Owner now?
Yes.
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 Is it clear? Is it clear? Because see, I would say responsibilities wise, sometimes we feel that okay, they both can do their work, but trust me, in real life, in practical scenarios, it is very tough, or it is very I would say demanding, because they both have their own set of responsibilities and daily tasks. Okay. Generally, Scrum Master is dedicated to one team. I'm saying generally, most of the times, I would say. But product owners can have multiple teams at times. Okay. They are, because their work is not as, I would say, tied up to team on daily basis, so they can, and they at times do manage multiple projects or multiple meetings. So that's also one of the reason why these roles are different, and they should be different. Okay. So everybody okay with, or any doubt in these roles? Because this is very important, guys. That's why I wanted to ensure that you get required clarity. All of you okay with this explanation? Any doubt about these roles still?
No.
No.
No?
No.
Perfect. Now let us go to development, Scrum team or development team. We call it anyways. Yeah. Can I request someone to read out the 5 points mentioned for Scrum team? Go ahead.
Does all that lead them towards the sprint goal? Work with the Scrum Master to prioritize the items from the product backlog in the sprint planning. Not Scrum Master organizes them itself organized. Need to attend every stand up and other ceremonies. So they have to participate in all the meetings despite their nature, and have to ensure that all the findings of the meetings are getting practically addressed in the project.
Yeah, thank you so much for reading it out. And if you see, the list of responsibilities is kind of bigger for Scrum team, because ultimately they are the people who work on the grassroots level for the completion of the deliveries or for completion of or implementing of all the requirements. Okay. So what do we say? Does all that lead team towards the sprint goal? Okay. So that means as a team, they complete or they do all the work that is required to complete or to finish or to achieve the sprint goal. That means development, testing, implementation, whatever requirements the customers have given, they all focus on that. First point first, okay? Next is work with the Scrum Master to prioritize the items from the product backlog in the sprint planning. I don't think so. There is any explanation required. It simply means that whatever prioritize items that we have from product backlog, those needs to be worked upon. And for that, they also seek guidance from Scrum Master for understanding. Okay, so which should be taken. Though they have a clear-cut vision about what they should be working on about the sprint goal or project goal, but then talking to Scrum Master gives them a better clarity, a better direction that okay, this is a priority still as per our capacity or as per our skill set, which we should take up first. So it's like extra. So it's like your principal comes and tells you there is an inter-school competition or is a competition and you have to participate and give nominations. And then your teacher comes in and tells you further details. That, okay, these are the topics, and you can elaborate if you have this much amount of time. So, all that. So, see, I mean, nobody tells you topic for essays. I'm just giving a hypothetical example. So, if they give you further explanation or further understanding. So, that's why the Scrum Master. By the way, they are not organized by Scrum Master and they are self-organized. What do we understand by the word self-organized teams? Anyone? What does it mean in simple English? Self-organized. I am not
Team
able
members,
to. Yeah,
team
can you please
members
repeat?
divide their work. Team members divide their work their own.
So the
Okay.
group of people to achieve their common goals.
Well, it essentially means that whatever task is at a hand, the team together sit and discuss in meetings and organize the task among themselves.
Okay.
Can
So,
I
in
be,
short, yeah, go ahead.
I mean, I might be wrong.
That's okay, no problem.
Does it mean that they know what they're doing?
So, all of you honestly are right to an extent. But the simple explanation that I was expecting is when we say self-organized, that simply means they do not require anyone to supervise on them or to tell them what to do or no, in a way kind of ensure how they are working. They don't need the supervision. So
Yeah.
see, when a kid is studying, like for example, when you were in your, I would say, or junior school, or when you're in kindergarten days, or when you were very young, that time were you able to study on your own, or did you require your parents or elder siblings supervision? How was it?
Supervision, parents or
Okay.
something,
Why it was like that?
because we are learning, starting
Because
with
we were
basic.
young, because we didn't know
Yes,
what to do and how to study, and we were too
yes.
immature to arrange
We were
our
not organized.
timing. We were not organized. We're too young. Okay, we are not mature. But this team is itself is quite mature. That you I would say do not need anyone to tell you what to do, and that's a superpower, I think, because see, first of all, every skilled or every super experienced and best in their area resources are there in Scrum team. Okay, so they are not any regular people, they are very good resources, and they know what they're working and they know what they're doing. So they don't require anyone to come and tell them that okay, work in this fashion or do this. They know what they need to work on. See, it's not about asking for guidance, it's about they not requiring any supervision while working, and that really makes a good difference. So easy to understand, that means they don't need anyone to come and tell them do this and do that. They on their own start working and they start delivering. Yeah, need to attend every stand up and other ceremonies. Yes, so as a development team member, they have to be present in all the team meetings like daily stand-ups, sprint planning, sprint review, retrospective, all the meetings they should be a part of mandatorily. Okay, they cannot skip it. As a product owner, they can skip it, some of the meetings, but like daily ceremonies, product owner never attends. But other development team members are expected, and they need to be present in all the meetings. And
Uh,
last but not the least,
Prerna, sorry to interrupt. So, whatever little time I've
yeah, go
spent
ahead.
can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, whatever little time I've spent on meetings, the
Mm-hmm.
product owner and the Scrum Master was the same person. So, uh,
Yes.
it's not mandatory that the product owner has to attend the daily Scrum, right?
Yes, no, absolutely not. Daily Scrum is not, that's what I mentioned, right? That for product owner, it is not mandatory to have to be there for daily ceremonies. That is a stand-up meeting or any internal discussion that you have. But any major ceremonies like sprint planning or a sprint review, even at retrospective, I would say attendance is quite important, but definitely not for daily ceremonies like stand up meetings. Also, in reality, in many organizations, these roles are given to one people. That might be because of lack of budget or whatever their way of functioning is, but practically, as per Scrum guide, these roles should be separated, because at the end of the day there is a price to be paid if one person is doing both the roles. There is a lot of extra responsibilities on them, and there is no clear cut division on what should be the priority. Hence, as per the Scrum guide, we you know are learning and we advise it to have separate roles. But then if there are or no, that is a real life scenario. Yeah. And last but not the least, they have to participate in the meeting despite their nature, and have to ensure that all the findings of the meetings are gathered, practically addressed in the project. So we are saying that you not only have to be only present in the meeting, but you have to ensure that whatever feedback we are getting in the meetings, that also needs to be addressed. So what we say, what do we understand by when we say the feedback needs to be addressed? That means, imagine in one of the meetings with the stakeholders, we get some of the feedback stating that I would say, the color theme of the website is not appropriate, or the response time of the pages loading is not quite faster. The website should be a little more faster, or anything that is I would say little technical, or that is as per the what the customer is asking us. So that feedback goes directly to the team, and as a team they discuss, and they need to work on it, that what is the priority of that feedback, or if that is asked by the customer to be fixed on urgent basis, then we have to take it up as a next item, that needs to be discussed. So it's not only that you have to be only physically present at the meeting, but you also have to be active and ensure that all the actionable items are mentioned, and they are you know, I would say not only mentioned, but they are all taken up seriously or taken up practically for the next development. Is the point clear to everyone? What I'm trying to explain here? Last
Yes.
item,
Yes.
last point. So it's
Yes.
just not that, we go to any typical boring meetings and attend and come out and, we are all as blank as possible. No, we need to ensure that we give our inputs and we are active and we deliver as per that. Yeah, that's main point. Now let's go to the next slide. Yeah. So these are the Scrum events. I think we also saw a similar but a simpler picture image yesterday to understand this. So on the left hand side, the image is little cut, but yeah, we say it is release planning and that is a product backlog. So again, like yesterday, we saw the product backlog is like a table structure wherein all the I would say prioritize and order requirements are mentioned there. Yes or no? Right? Can you see that?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, that's a table structure. So that is there. And from that product backlog, we take out some of the items or some of the prioritized work item as per the customer requirements, as per the customer prioritization, or as per the sprint goal that is planned. Yes. And that acts as our sprint backlog. Yes. And next, from this sprint backlog, we try to implement that. When I say we try to implement that means we try to work on this backlog in to achieve our sprint goal. Now sprint goal is either one activity or a set of activities that we need to deliver as a part of our this sprint's delivery. Okay, so what it says is that as per customer requirement, this is our sprint goal. That means these many functionalities, or this set of, like for example, if you are developing a website, okay, you're developing per se a website for books, okay. So in that website, we need to have all the sections for kids books up and running. That means all the available books on the for the kids should be, their images should be available, the details should be available. I should be able to click on any particular book and their all the description and price and all the details should be up. I can add that book to the cart. I can pay using my credit cards or online payment or other methods, and I can buy that book. So this entire functionality should be up and running. That is the sprint goal. So how are we planning to achieve that? Get it? So this is the way, or this is the I would say objective of the sprint, and we are working on that. So for that, how do we achieve that? We have daily scrum, daily stand up. Anybody here who is not aware about what is a daily stand up meeting? Tell me. Anybody here who is not aware about what is a stand up meeting? Anyone? Everybody, so okay, let me reverse the question. Everybody here knows what is a stand-up meeting? Yes?
Yes.
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 Yes?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
perfect.
Yes.
This works, yeah. So that means in daily discussions, in daily stand-up meeting, we have to be present and talk about what we worked in earlier 8 hours. What are we planning to work in the next upcoming 8 hours? And in case if there are any impediments, we can discuss that. Yes. And then after we finish this on daily basis and we complete our sprint, it can be 2 week sprint or 3 or 4 week sprint. And then comes the sprint review. We present our work to the, I would say, all the stakeholders, our clients, internal stakeholders, seniors. And then when we do this, ultimately our delivery, our, I would say, sprint goal is delivered, we get the feedback from the customer, and then it is one of the most important but not so actively followed, I would say, ceremony, that is sprint retrospective, wherein we all sit together and discuss that what could have been done better, what could have been done in a practical or effective manner. And then when we do this, we learn that okay, we could have done or implemented some things in a better manner. We could have finished about some of the activities in a better manner. And this is how, as a team, your learning also grows. And this entire process is so nicely and easily explained with this help of image or with this help of this pic. So I will really request you to take a picture of this, take a pic of this image. So whenever tomorrow in future you're going for any interviews or any discussions, if you have this image in front of you, you know you are good to go. You know what you need to speak on, you know the explanation, and you can understand very well what you have to explain in the discussions. Yeah. So I think we are almost time and we should take a pause here because we have learned in detail about all the responsibilities and rules. So I don't wish to bombard you with furthermore, I would say, concepts today. So let us meet next week, and we'll try to learn more or different and interesting concepts. But as of now, we'll take a pause here. So a simple request as always, please share your feedback on the WhatsApp group, whatever you felt like about today's session. You understood, you had confusion, it was easy, it was little challenging, whatever comes to your mind. And also one more request to all of you, especially the newcomers. If you have not subscribed to our YouTube channel yet, please go ahead and subscribe to our channels. Subscribe to the videos which are there on the same topic by other trainers. We highly encourage you to watch other videos by the same on the same topic by other trainers, because those explanations are different. Those There are different examples, different way they have been explained. So you might feel or get further clarity on that, or it can be just an additional bonus point for you or free understanding from you from by other trainers. So feel free to watch those videos and give your comments. If you like some videos, please press the like button, or just give your plain feedback on even our videos when it is uploaded. So thank you so much for your time, and I know these are the new concept for you, so you might take some time to digest that, but that's absolutely fine. No worries. Give it your best and give some time to yourself. Slowly and gradually, these all concepts will be very easy for you to handle. So that's it from our end today. Thank you so much for your time. Please give the feedback on this WhatsApp group. And that's it. Go ahead, enjoy your sleep. Take care. Okay. Bye bye. Good night. Bye, guys.
Good
Thank
night.
Good
you.
night.
Good
Thank
night.
you.
Good
Good
night. Good
night.
night.
Good
Take
night.
care.
Good
Good
night.
night. Good night. Good night. Bye bye. Bye. Good night. Bye.